Um, I'm responding to Michael's video much more quickly than I've ever responded to anything, for two reasons. Two. One is I sort of disagree with you agreeing with me. I know that sounds weird, but you said the only way to make it in this business is to create your own work or control your own destiny or take control of your career. And that's not true. I have made a living in entertainment for a very long time by not doing that. I have not done that, yet have made a living for quite some time. I think I started, I think I made, the first time I made my living solely from acting work was 94, 93, and have done so ever since. But the reason I'm responding to this is because I agree with you. I think that is the best way. And in fact, not controlling my career is my single greatest source of anxiety. I haven't written anything in probably 10, at least 10 years. Wait, what year is this? This is 2011. Well over 10 years. I used to write. Coming up through the groundlings, you had to write. At Mad TV, I wrote a little, but I didn't really have to because of the way it was structured. They wrote things for you. And, you know, I could get away with mostly editing. And yes, basically since I was a groundling, I have not generated my own acting, my own work. I have answered the phone. And now that I have, you know, a family and obligations and nameless children, that way of being fills me with dread every single day, because the livelihood of myself and my loved ones are in other people's hands constantly. People I don't know. Some people I know, some people I like, some people I don't like. Producers, casting directors, agents, managers. All of them have more control of my career than I do. Now, I can choose to do things, and I do. You know, I say, hey, I want to do that. Of course, most of those things are free, like this, or an improv show, or something of that. I can't choose to be in a movie. Although I love when people say that. You know what? You should get on a show like that, Tracy Morgan. Yes. Yes, I should. And if only, you know, the showbiz was run like, you know, like a power ring. I would just will it to be. But it's not the way it works. Although, in some ways, it actually is the way it works. I have seen far more people succeed through pure ambition than I have seen people succeed through pure talent. If you want it bad enough, you can find it even if you're not qualified, is the lesson that I've learned in my 20 plus years in the business. I'm actually vested in my pension already. Is that crazy? But yeah, that is the thing I dread. Every couple of months, I say, I've got to write something. Every time there's one of those downturns, You know, like the stuff Steve was talking about where, gosh, nothing's going on, or my agents aren't doing anything. It seizes my heart like an icy fist. Like, this is it. You've let it go too long. Now they're going to stop feeding you. Have you learned to grow your own food? Have you learned to catch your own fish? And I know the answer is no. I am not self-sufficient, creatively speaking. I'm not even creating stuff that doesn't earn money, much less stuff that does. And yeah, that's a very, very scary way to live, especially since I'm not living in a subsistence level like I should be. You know, I used to. You know, it's like, well, don't spend what you don't have. Don't commit anything because you don't know what's going to happen. You just have 3 months' rent in the bank, kind of thing. But I'm older and apparently much less wise than I was in my youth. And, so that's all I have to say. Deep, deep fears touched on by young Michael Ian Black, who writes things for NPR, which I'm sure probably doesn't pay much, but things that are in my own library. I envy you, Michael Ian Black, which is also something I didn't do when I was younger and more creative. I didn't envy people. Now I do.